dumbest thing I've ever heard. 13, 14, 1200.
All right, guys, this is Old School back at you again. Hey, today I want to talk to you guys about you youngsters going out here, and maybe you middle and older folks going out here buying all these new expensive cars. In today's economy and with things that are happening the way they are, it might not be a wise idea to do right about now. But anyhow, school's going to give you some clips on a lot of the things that I see going on as far as car buying, salesmen, all the lies that's been told, and anything to get you in there on get you in there to buy a car. Now, understand that when you see that car, I mean, it's beautiful, looks good, smells good, runs good, and all that other good stuff, but you're not looking further down the tracks as far as, can I afford it? The salesman's going to tell you anything and everything you want to hear as far as getting you to sign the bottom line on that contract. In these clips, you can also see a guy with his brand new Porsche on the back of a wrecker, and he's kind of wondering, how in the world did you find my car? Well, it's called modern technology. These new cars have GPS and all that other good stuff in them where anybody can locate them. They're going to also talk about markup on cars. I remember a few years ago I was going to buy myself a new, I love Corvettes, I love them. I was going to buy a new Corvette. Went in there on the dealership floor. I had already bought one previously from the same dealer. But when the newer ones came out, I wanted to, trade that old one in and go and get a new one. So what did I do? I went on the showroom, went on the showroom floor and found a car I loved. But there was only one major problem. That was back when they had these astronomical markups. This guy wanted $20,000 markup on top of what the car costs as far as MSRP. What did Old School do? He turned around and he walked out and he got in that old vet and drove off. Didn't even haggle with him, didn't deal with the guy, because I'm looking at him like he's lost his freaking mind. If you think I'm going to pay $20,000 on top of what the MSRP was at that time on that car. One thing I've learned, guys, if you can afford the car, buy it. If you can afford to pay cash for it, buy it. But before you do all of that, sit down at the table at the house and break out the old pad and pencil and figure out the numbers. Because if you notice now, car prices have gone through the roof. I drive a 2018 Dodge Dually Ram. Time I bought the car was about 50 grand. And I did a video on this one earlier. Same vehicle now is, I can't remember, I think it was between $70,000 and $80,000. Almost doubled. So, guess what? As I stated in that last video, I'm going to drive that truck until the tires fall off of it, and then I'm going to replace those tires and put some new ones on it. A lot cheaper. But anyhow, and let me ask you guys, I see a lot of y'all are liking my video, a lot of them. I mean, I'm over 600,000 views. So if you guys just kind of push that one button out that says subscribe and comment and like and thumbs up and all that other good stuff, it really helps me on my algorithms to help me continue to put out videos like this to try to help you guys. Because as I stated, Old School's not going to lie to you. A lot of folks do, but I am not. I'm going to tell it like it is, and if you can't handle it, then you just can't handle it. And unfortunately, you'll find out later on in life that Old School was right. Or Old School is right. And that's my new t-shirt slogan I got, by the way. But anyhow, with all that being said, let's go ahead and let's get into these videos. I'm going to comment, but I'm not going to do that much commenting because I want you to see it for yourself. With all that being said, you guys have a blessed day and enjoy.
What's your car payment and what do you drive?
$2,600 a month, and I drive my High Country Silverado when I'm not driving my M4.
What's your car payment and what do you drive?
My car payment is $835 and I drive a 2023 Corvette.
What's your car payment and what do you drive?
$400 and I drive a 2015 GMC Sierra.
What's your car payment and what do you drive?
I drive a Trailblazer Active and I pay $408 a month.
What's your car payment and what do you drive?
I have a 2024 Silverado and my payments are $699 a month.
Wow, guys, can you believe what these guys are paying for a monthly note? And that's probably based on 5 or 6 years, which is what, 60 or 70, what's that, 12 times 6 is 72 months. Do you really want to pay 5, 6, or 7 years on a car at $700 or $1,000 or $1,500 or even higher than that a month? Okay. And we're not even talking about insurance and all that other good stuff. Add that into it.
What's your car payment and what do you drive?
My car payment is $0 a month, and I drive a hand-me-down '06 Mercury.
What's your car payment and what do you drive?
Straight cash, homie. I drive a 2024 Duramax.
How much should your car note be if you're making $20 an hour? So the amount you spend on your car should be based on your personal financial situation and your priorities. A rule of thumb is not to spend more than 15 to 20% of your monthly net income on your car note. So if you make $20 an hour and I take out about 25% in taxes, that means your net monthly income is $2,600. 15% of that is $390 and 20% of that is $520. I think that's a very reasonable range if you get yourself a reasonable car, but you know the rule of thumb. Stick with a Toyota, a Honda, economical cars that don't break down. Hope that helps. Talk to y'all later.
Let's talk about how much debt I have as a 24-year-old. So I saw somebody else do this and I thought this was like a super interesting video to do, so I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys how much debt I have. So we're going to start out with the biggest debt that I currently have. So I currently have 2 car notes. So my first car note, I still...
Question 1. Why would a 24-year-old have 2 car notes? Okay, it kind of sounds kind of irresponsible to me. I might be wrong, but hey, 2 car notes. Okay, go ahead.
Owe $15,850, and then my second car note I owe $6,026.92. That's a lot of money. And then I also have student loans, so believe it or not, I actually went to college for less than a year, then I dropped out. So I owe $3,364 in student loans. Am I actively paying on those? No, I am not. But nonetheless, it's still debt that I owe, so yeah. And I currently have 3 credit cards, and across all 3 credit cards, I owe $1,260.91. And then the last thing I owe is like a personal loan that I took out last year sometime, and I currently owe $2,731 on the personal loan. So that brings me to a total of $29,232.83.
Well, she never mentioned if she's got a job or not. Wow. 24 years old and $30,000 in debt on 2 cars, college loan, and whatever else that other stuff was that she said. And she didn't even finish college. I guess the cars were more important.
That's actually freaking crazy. I basically am $30,000 in debt as a 24-year-old. Is that wild? Am I the only one?
Don't forget, I'm also just a girl standing in front of a boy.
Give you guys something to think about. I mean, this young lady here is in a brand new $1,400 a month Mercedes. Do y'all realize the upkeep on fancy cars like that, brake jobs and tune-ups and oil changes is in the thousands of dollars? It's not like you run down a Jiffy Lube or somewhere and have them change your oil in the car. That's why I say, folks, when you buy these expensive cars, if you plan on keeping them, you better do the research on them. You'll be shocked. Now, this was really a bad place to try to repo somebody's car, especially at the place of business, which is a construction site with all these big burly guys out there that's going to defend one of their own. But the thing you need to think about, if you're behind on your payments, even if you're a week behind, if you don't read that contract say, hey, if you miss a note, tomorrow, the next day, we're going to be by and we're going to pick that car up. And they don't care. Have you ever thought that this is part of the plan? They want you to be late so that they can get their car back and resell it. And then you still have to pay what you owe on it.
Has been out here. Yes, I know. Ya no vas a trabajar, pícaros. Hey, bro. Where you going? What's going on?
Why are you towing the car?
I'm here with the finance company. What are you talking about? I'm here with the finance company. They sent us over here.
Why?
For the car.
I'm not behind on payments.
That's something you got.
Can you stop?
No.
What are you talking about?
I'll give you the information.
I need to get my stuff out of this car.
Now, first of all, been in the business for 40-some years. This is how this worked. Although repoing is more of a civil, well, it is a civil matter than a criminal matter. Usually when these guys repo your car, they have the proper documentation and paperwork from the court state, and they go ahead and do this because the person that wants their car back, they have to go ahead and file the proper paperwork to get it back. Now, this poor wreck operator right here, by allowing this guy to go into this car, he just put his life in jeopardy because this owner, well, not exactly the owner, he's just kind of paying monthly on it. It's not his real car yet. Could have anything in the glove box. And because he's in a state of mind where he's a little bit ticked off, guess what could possibly happen? That's why they always normally have you come to the dealership or wherever the car was bought from or financed through and retrieve your property. But this could be a real bad situation right here. And another question I have, is this guy really a millionaire? He couldn't pay cash for this car to where it's been repossessed? Think about it.
For my safety, you're not supposed to be in the car right now, brother. You're being recorded too.
Like, dude, they can't take this car.
I don't owe money on this car. Right, I'm taking the car because it's already legally repossessed. It's under my possession at this point. I don't owe money on this car. To you, I'm not trying to be to you. Yeah, I'll show it to you. It's right here.
How'd you know the car was here?
And another thing, most people don't realize, when this wreck operator hooks up on that car, he's got the proper paperwork. If you get him mad enough to say you're going to call the popo or the police to come out there and rectify this problem, the police are going to tell you, hey, first of all, this is a civil matter. Secondly, he's in all right to pick this car up because he has all the adequate paperwork to pick it up. So guess what? You just lost the car, unless you can work out some kind of way with the finance company or whoever you bought the car through to rectify this problem. But as far as the wreck operator is concerned, he's just doing his job because he just can't ride around and just pick up a car just because it looks pretty there. That's called, what do they call that? Auto theft.
That's impressive. Yes. I'm not doubting you whatsoever that you're not past due, that you don't know any money on it. I don't know the reasons why they want us to pick up the car. They gave us the order. They said the car is located at this address. Go pick it up.
I just want to make a quick phone call, bro. That's it.
My drive is 2 hours right now, bro. So, I mean, I'm not trying to spend any more time than I have to.
It's already in possession. I don't want to leave can you get my phone? It's inside.
These look like all CarMax repos. A lot of people seem to be defaulting on their loans. As you can see, all these say repos. I mean, it's just repo after repo. All.
Well, another thing to think about, I forgot about that. The previous guy with the Porsche, he asked why, how did he find his car? Folks, when you buy new cars nowadays, they have GPSs in them. Trust me, they can track anywhere you are. If you get involved in an accident or someone steals your car, guess what? It doesn't take much to try to figure out where the car is at. So that's something to think about when you buy all these high dollar and these newer cars today.
Everywhere right here. I'm at the CarMax auction right now looking at cars that have been repossessed and people who have defaulted on their loans. This person literally just left their sorority or fraternity and got their shit repossessed. Nice Benz right here. It's another Cadillac repossession right here. As you can see, repo. And this thing smells straight smoked out, man. That shit is crazy. I mean, it's just continuous, like, repo after repo. I mean, you can't, all these cars have stickers for repossession, as you can see. If you see any of them with the red stickers, it might just have writing on it too, but like I said, repossession. Look at this truck right here. I mean, look at this Lincoln Navigator. This thing is basically new, man. You have to have pretty good credit to get approved for something like this, man. But damn, this shit got repossessed too.
It is a $80,000 Ford F-250. We want to get out of it, but whenever we take it to trade it in or try to sell it, we are offered about $10,000 less than what we owe on it. Is it a dumb decision to let it get it repossessed?
What does Kelly Blue Book say the truck's worth?
Kelly Blue Book says 34 to 37 for trade-in or 40,000 for selling it outright, and
you owe 80.
Well, we owe 58.
Wow.
Oh, 58. All right. And who do you owe the 58 to? Who's the bank?
It's our federal credit union.
Okay. I want you to go to the credit union in person and tell them the problem to the manager. And say, we don't want to repo this.
Right.
We want to sell it, but we don't have the $10,000. We want you to release the title for 48. We're going to give you the whole 48, and we're going to sign a note and pay payments on the 10,000.
Okay.
That is better than a repo. Here's why. When they repo the truck, they will sell it on a repo lot for 24.
Okay.
Deep discount on a repo lot, agreed?
Yes.
And they're going to sue you for the difference.
Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't realize that would.
Yeah, the deficit, it's called, the lack of the money that doesn't get paid by the sale of the vehicle, they're going to come after you for it. And so by letting it be repoed, voluntary or otherwise, you are losing control of the sale price, which means you lose control of the hole that you're in. So I want you to control the hole that you're in and sell it for 48 and sign a note with the credit union for 10. If you sit down without an attitude of victim, don't act like the credit union did something wrong. They didn't. They did everything they were supposed to do. You're the one that did something wrong. So you go in humble.
Yes.
Asking for mercy. Asking for help. I want to do the right thing. Help me do the right thing. Help me sell it and pay you the $10,000 difference as an unsecured note.
And one other thing, folks, that you need to think about. If your vehicle is repossessed, that goes on your credit. So when you get ready to buy a new house or even buy another new car, and they pull up your credit report and they find out that you have had repossessions in the past, guess what? You're going to be charged at a higher interest if they accept the loan that you're asking for as far as buying a house or buying that new car. That's how this works. That's why, for the life of me, I don't understand how a person can go out there and buy these $100,000 or $200,000 vehicles, can't afford it, and they only keep it for maybe less than a month. And then their whole life is turned upside down because their credit is ruined. And they're going to be brought into civil court as far as whatever they owe on the vehicle if it is repossessed.
Okay. Now, here's the actual, let's look at it from the credit union manager's position for a second. If he has to take the truck back and sells it for 24, he's going to lose all that money difference unless he gets it out of you.
Right.
So this is a much better deal for him because the number of times they collect on a deficit is very low because people often bankrupt after this. And if you're a credit union manager, you know that. And so you're actually making him a really good deal because he does not have a secured loan now. He has a partially secured loan. He has a $10,000 unsecured loan and a $48,000 secured loan. And all we're asking him to do is admit it.
Okay.
You see what I'm talking about? From his perspective. And but just be kind and humble and ask for help and say, we made a terrible mistake. We're going to make good on it, but we really need your help. And this is best for the credit union, and this is best for us. This is a win-win. And it is, because he's going to come out on the short end of the stick, and so are you in a repo. It's not going to work for either one of you.
Here's 3 things you didn't know about car repossession. Number 1, your car can be repossessed the first time you miss a payment. The grace period people think they have is really just a myth. Number two, partial payments don't matter. The only thing they can do is extend the time before the repo man comes. And trust me, he is coming. So make the full payment. Repossessions happen unexpectedly, so you can lose any items left in your car. Legally, they have to give you your personal property, like laptops, cell phones, or computers, but you won't be able to get any features that you added, like the Lumen system or special lights. It's your boy Lensberg. Follow and share for more content like this, because you know what? I keep it for real.
A common question that we get and a frequent issue that we see are people asking about why they are being sued after a vehicle has been repossessed or voluntarily turned in. This is what we refer to as an auto loan or vehicle deficiency balance lawsuit. And typically how this works is an individual will purchase a vehicle, and let's just say, for an example, this vehicle with all the costs of financing and everything involved is $50,000. That is what the lender would make on this contract if it was paid as agreed. Well, the individual will pay on this vehicle for a period of time and then find that they can no longer pay for the vehicle. At that point, they will either have the vehicle repossessed or they will voluntarily turn in the vehicle. And then what the lender will do is they will take this vehicle to auction. And let's just say that the balance was paid down to approximately $40,000 from that $50,000. They'll take this vehicle to auction, and they normally sell a vehicle like this for around $20,000 to $25,000. And that creates this balance of about $15,000 to $25,000 that the lender did not get on this contract. This creates a breach of contract. And while it's not fair, it is legal in Texas for the lender to sue the individual for that additional balance that they did not get. And so they will sue, they will bring suit for $15,000 to $20,000 against that individual to recover on that contract. So if you find yourself in a position where you have had a vehicle repossessed or voluntarily turned in, and you're getting collection letters, phone calls, threats of a lawsuit, I highly encourage you to seek competent legal counsel, someone who is familiar with current case law and statutory law, because there are issues that we run into with whether or not, let's say, they sent notice of intent to dispose of the property, or whether the sale at auction was commercially reasonable. These are just a few issues that we look at, and in trying these cases, these are key issues that we bring up. So protect yourself, get competent counsel, get a consultation, and make sure that you don't end up with a judgment over something that could have been resolved prior to that point.